Hello, sir.
Hello, everyone. But I just wanted to know, in the previous dugout, we had said that we'll only increase the pain quotient, right?
Siddharth, the idea was to reduce.
No. Today, we are not going to reduce it because ODIs are done, T20Is are done.
Tess, the day you decide to do, I am stepping out of the studio.
No, we have got something more complex today. It is real cricket, folks.
Why do we do this? Firstly, again, that was my question to Nikhil, who was sitting here the other day. I don't understand why we are finding new ways of troubling ourselves. It remains to be the question today,
It's
because
the Indian ethos.
again, this is by our design that we put ourselves into a similar situation.
See, it is the Indian ethos.
And right now, we've all seen that meme of Vicky Kaushal. ये दर्द खत्म क्यों नहीं हो रहा?
Oh,
It's that right now for me.
Because from the ODIs and the T20Is, it's now time for something even more tougher.
But my question to you, since you came up with this idea,
I came up with it, okay.
it doesn't happen to be IPL season.
Yes.
How come? Because we're looking at announcement of RTM, because we're awaiting important news concerning the IPL.
By the month end.
Yeah.
Month end is right here now.
Yeah.
Another couple of days and it's month
1
end.
week. 1 week to go and you're in the 9th month of 2024.
and we'll have the updates, I think.
We will
very
have the
soon,
updates and
in
the
next few
spectre
days.
of the IPL.
So that's why the IPL flavor now.
The spectre of the IPL never goes away. Never ever goes. And okay, you're saying, why did we have to give IPL? When was the last time you remember an Indian cricket team having a 43-day break?
I remember a 30-day break.
Which was last year.
2023.
2021 also.
23, I remember. You had that 1 month break before going to West Indies.
Yes.
After a WTC final.
After the WTC.
Fine. This is 43 days. Now, no one's doing much. Today, yes, Shikhar Dhawan retired from all forms of cricket and we hope that he does well in his next
Have you been kind to him?
I've been kind to him. I think he...
In the long list, let me complete. In the long list that you've prepared today, because you've been preparing the long list for a couple of days now. In today's long list, is Shikhar Dhawan there?
Again, if you look at it, over 1,500 IPL games. Okay? To shortlist it down to 25 takes an effort. I agree, Shikhar Dhawan is one of the few guys to hit back-to-back hundreds.
Yeah.
One against Chennai, I remember. I don't know, did he hit against Punjab, if I'm not mistaken? 2020, I'll have to check that. So, Dhawan is only behind Virat Kohli as far as aggregate is concerned. Runs are concerned in the IPL. But apart from that, no.
Mr. Consistent also, I would say, in many ways.
Yes, I mean,
But
part of the 2016 title-winning SRH side, able ally to David Warner. Yes, the one indeed was fantastic. So,
a good servant to the Delhi Capitals as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
but there have been too many better knocks played in this 1,500.
Kings 11, Punjab Kings and CSK.
Of course,
Yes.
of course. I remember he was very, very harsh on. It was a left arm spinner. I don't understand.
That was the IPL, the UAE leg, no?
Yeah. 2021, half UAE, half India.
Yeah.
2022, only in certain portions of India it was played. 23, full-fledged IPL. So, the cutting down list to 25 was brutal. You asked me ODIs, you asked me T20Is, was that tougher? I felt this was even tougher.
You know, if this was brutal, then what do you expect, when we both have a quiz competition? It's going to be even more brutal when I defeat you comprehensively.
Of course. But yaar, Sid, there is no intimidation factor with you, yaar.
Seriously?
Arey, he's...
I think Siddharth, no,
For 9 years...
You're taking him for granted.
For 9 years, he is like the England cricket team. Always talk the talk but never walk the walk.
No, at least, I did not win the World Cup by boundary count, na?
In other quizzes coming up, you may have to resort to that only.
See, I have lost fair and square to you, 2 times in a row now, and I accept those defeats. But then, what you are not really able to understand here is that
the umpire strikes back.
The sun comes up again tomorrow. The sun always comes up again.
You are in the west. I'm in the east, so sun will always come where I'm winning. So that is why.
He's not
So
taking it as a
he's not claiming
competition.
to be the erstwhile British Empire in which they say the sun never went down.
He targeted he and Pawan. Pawan will have a special. If I win the quiz, there's something special coming for him also. He was the one who suggested yellow I shouldn't wear.
That's the bet, right? Though I feel, Siddharth, you should be raising stakes.
See, let's take it cautiously. I believe in the process.
I see.
I believe in the process of total annihilation, total humiliation, total embarrassment.
Gulati, you stick with what you had said. Again, I wasn't here the other day, but I heard you promised to.
He's already done half of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're taking your beard off
yeah,
if you
I will get
lose the next quiz, and Siddharth is not wearing yellow.
For 2 weeks.
Seven shades of which he proudly has.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
but I'll just,
No, Gulati has already started. He knows he's lost. See, look at how he's trimmed it.
That's okay. Just I'll sum it up in one line that I know that I'm going to beat him.
Okay.
I know. That's why you already trimmed your beard.
You were having a little quiz with him, no, Abhi?
He himself doesn't know the answer.
No, I knew it. I was just testing him actually.
Oh, yes. Okay, so let's follow the drill. Shivam, can we show the IPL shortlist, which is already there right in front of you? Sid, you want to run through the shortlist that we had very, very quickly? Before we get down?
So we are going to look at the top Indian Premier League knocks that have taken place since the beginning of the IPL from 2008 until 2024. So let's just, I think I'll skim through them quickly. Chris Gayle 175 versus Pune Warriors, a very historic knock. Brendan McCullum 158 versus RCB, the opener of the Indian Premier League. And Johnny Bairstow 108 versus KKR. That was this season when Punjab Kings chased the historic total of 261. AB de Villiers 133 versus Mumbai Indians 2015 when RCB scored that 235 for 1. Suresh Raina, although in a losing cause, he had this historic knock 87 versus Punjab Kings. That was the IPL 2014 qualifier 2. Manvinder Bisla IPL final 2012. Manish Pandey 94 once again an IPL final 2014 KKR PBKS. Shane Watson another IPL final CSK SRH 2018. Yusuf Pathan 72. It was of 27 against SRH 2014. Then Mahendra Singh Dhoni 54 versus PBKS. If you remember this, he punching himself because it was a must-win match for Chennai Super Kings at that time, and that was the same season in which CSK won their maiden IPL title, 2010.
True.
Manish Pandey 114, the first 100 by an Indian in the history of Indian Premier League. Kohli 113, the dream season that he had in 2016, 973 runs. Corey Anderson 95. Enough said. Aditya Tare. You can
this
and obviously Rahul Dravid
flinging the cap
not
down.
paying that too much respect to his cap at that time. Paul Viltati 120, another IPL wonder. Rinku Singh. Enough said. I won't say anything apart from
God's plan.
Yeah. Kieran Pollard 60, unbeaten 60 versus CSK 2013.
Won the title.
First of 5 titles.
First of 5 titles for Mumbai Indians. Then Rishabh Pant reverse scooping his way to Bhuvneshwar Kumar and making 128 unbeaten versus SRH. And mind you, there was a very good contribution of Glenn Maxwell too, who scored around 12 or 13, not just unbeaten. But he had a great partnership with Rishabh Pant at that time. Then there is Will Jacks. This season 100, he got from 50 to 100 in a matter of 5 minutes. That was the thing. Yusuf Pathan 100 versus MI 2010. Virender Sehwag 122
with glasses.
Yes, Punjab Kings versus CSK IPL 2014 qualifier 2. Naren this season 85 versus DC. I think they scored 270 odd, if I'm not wrong.
272.
66 was it?
272.
Yeah, I think it was 270 odd. Shivam, can we check
66 or 72, it was one of those.
Yeah. KKR versus DC, IPL 2024. Then let's just move on to KL Rahul. Obviously, he has made those historic, brilliant centuries also in IPL. It was against Mumbai Indians too. But then we chose the knock which obviously, can come first to your mind, and it was his 51 of 16 that he scored against Delhi Capitals in 2018.
Yeah. I would like to say on 23, A.V. Tewatia.
Oh, okay, A.V. Tewatia. Yeah, that's what Siddharth has been saying from the past few minutes now. 72. Okay.
Yes.
So Tewatia 53 of 31. A very good match for RR against Punjab Kings, and they won it by an over to spare. Knowing that they required 53 of 19
223
balls.
At that time it was the highest chase.
Yes.
Then you had Shubman Gill 104 that knocked RCB out, and it ensured RCB's fan base remained toxic. lot of hate. Yeah, a lot of hate directed
You
Shubman
had
Gill.
to say it.
Of
na?
course.
You had to say it.
That was the point when I said, okay, this fan base can never be respected.
Yeah.
Then David Warner, 126.
Another dream season for Warner. He scored 848 runs. He was behind Kohli in
No,
that.
this
That
is
was 2016. Sorry,
yeah.
yeah. Sorry.
So 25 knocks. Pardon us if we have. We are not anti Rohit, we are not anti Virat, we are not anti Sehwag, we are not anti Sachin. But 25 out of 1,700 IPL games, please.
We are pro cricket.
We are pro cricket.
You'll
okay?
once again have to join hands in a few days when you'll say, Gulati, you are the best.
Is a cold wave predicted in Delhi soon? Because it will be a cold day in hell when that happens.
That's going to happen in maybe 3 months from now.
Let's
3
see.
months, yeah.
No, Delhi is not hell. I'm saying a cold day in hell will happen.
Okay.
Okay. So, shall we follow the drill?
Mark that. Mark that, because Siddharth for the first time hasn't reserved all the criticism for Delhi only.
Yeah.
I will come back to Siddharth the time that the air gets toxic
bad.
and it becomes difficult to breathe.
November.
2 months
Because he
from
will
now,
call
at
Delhi
max
a
2
gas
months.
chamber, he will call Delhi a living hell and whatnot.
I know. It will be terrible. So, gentlemen, shall we follow the drill? Like, shall we first eliminate the ones which we think are not going to come into the top 5?
Absolutely.
And
Or just to dramatize it all, add some spice to it.
Yeah.
Maybe. How many are we looking at, Siddharth? 5 or
5.
5?
Top 5.
10? 5?
5. Please, 10.
Let's try and see if we can get a unanimous vote and zero in on the top 3 first, and then be left with 2 slots.
Oh, no. I think, see, we can remove most of the knocks, which I think we may have a unanimous vote on most.
See, looking at the competition that I'm going to have with you in the days to come about the quiz, so I am ready for this challenge. I want to be ready from
Can't
it
you
now.
look beyond the competition for once and look at something else? Okay, first unanimous, 5 or 10. Are we looking at top 5 or top 10?
See, 5 obviously looks a little tough.
Top 10. Let's go with 10.
Top 10?
Siddharth.
Let's go with
Okay,
10.
let's go with
Let's
top
go
10.
Let's go with top 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. It makes our sample size a little bit more easier. Okay. So then what we'll do is unanimous vote. Let us remove the knocks.
Let's get the first 3.
Huh.
Or let's aim for the first 5.
Okay.
And then we can fill the rest.
Okay.
Yeah. In no particular order.
In no particular order as of now.
As of
But
now.
as we've
of
done
now.
in the past,
Yeah.
we've gone with a chronological rating as well.
Yes.
So we will come up with the
Okay.
rating later on.
Chris Gale, 175.
Hands
The top IPL knock. No, I mean, it features in the top 10 all time ever.
Yes.
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 Yes,
Absolutely.
The eyes have it, the
For-
eyes have it, the eyes have it.
Eyes have it.
Yeah.
It
Chris
is
Gale.
top 5 for me, top 3 for me if you ask.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Brendan McCullum, 158.
No, let him go, no? Let him go.
Yeah. Absolutely. Brendan McCullum. Yeah.
Day 1 of the IPL, gents, of course.
The eyes have it, the eyes have it, the eyes have it. Yes, it's unanimous. Harshit, you?
I want to have a look at the list and then throw in a name which is going to be an innings rather, which is going to be good enough to get your yeses as well.
Okay.
I would like to go with a Rinku Singh masterclass against GT 2023.
The eyes have it, the eyes have it, the
have a
eyes
yes.
have it. Of
All
course,
right,
yes,
of course. Because look at the context of that knock. There was a hat trick there was a century there.
30 runs of the last over.
And Josh Little, I mean, if you look
No.
at it, Rinku Singh had hit a 6 and a 4, I think, of Josh Little. Umesh Yadav made the most valuable 1 run ever
After Jack Leach.
after Jack
And
Leach.
then he tells him, Ja, go for it.
Go for it. And Rinku Singh, man,
I
that's
still cannot forget the hug that Nitish Rana and Rinku Singh had after that. Like, it was one of the most animated celebrations.
And the way he let go of his helmet and he ran as well, Rinku. Wow.
yes,
Cinema. That was cinema.
God's plan.
Cinema.
that was indeed.
I
before-
also remember very clearly what Nitish Rana said.
But wasn't that to a certain match against Mumbai Indians?
That too.
That too. Okay.
However, Siddharth, I remember the way the events panned out as well. So after the cameras panned to the boundary rope, after which again it went back to Rinku Singh where we saw him then run towards the dressing room, and then the next shot was that of the captain of the side, who had 2 or 3 beautiful words to utter after that, and then he also ran towards Rinku.
Poor Yash Dayal. Fell ill,
Very
lost
deli-esque.
8 kilos.
I can, because it's a family show and we can't use unparliamentary language. Very Delhi-esque.
But
very
a shout out, and it was such a sad moment for Yash Dayal. Lost 8 kilos, fell ill, was not the same, was bought by RCB. RCB backed him in a tough season.
Is a part of the fast bowlers' contract now for the BCCI. So definitely one of the bowlers to look out for in the future.
The 4-handed 6 down the ground and everybody going crazy. Okay, so you've done it, now my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has been perennially my favorite. He always has been, and that's why I say before Rinku, it was A.B. Tewatia. Rahul Tewatia, 8 of 19. They needed 50 in 3 overs.
8 of 19?
He was 8 runs of 19 balls. His next 13 balls, he hits 45 runs, including 5 sixes of Sheldon Cottrell, and ensured that Rajasthan Royals had the highest successful chase at that time. Now, A.B. Tewatia, 53, he established the legend that I will always hurt the Punjab Kings.
Yeah.
A couple of years later,
this is where it started. This is where the hurt began.
Yes.
Couple of years later, it was 12 of 2 balls against
Odean Smith. Then Sam Curran also.
Curran, yeah. Last ball I remember was not the cleanest shot though. I remember when he managed to clear the player inside the ring.
So, A.B. Tewatia for me makes it as one of the best knocks 2020 if I have to look at it. So, I propose A.B. Tewatia as the top knocks in the IPL. Guys, do the eyes have it?
I'll wait, Siddharth. I'll wait because we're looking at 10.
Yeah.
As much as I'm tempted, because there is a little of a recency bias creeping in right now. We're all very moved by it as we recall that. But when I look at some of those numbers, staggering numbers over there, and I'm spoiled for choice right now, so I'm holding. However, if I have Siddharth with me, I'd like to keep it at number 11, maybe in the reserves.
Fine.
And we'll see if we can get it in our top 10.
On standby.
Yes,
Can I throw one?
Yeah, please, anything.
Rana, 87.
Okay.
Raina 87 is what Shivam proposes that enters our top 10. Oof.
It was a staggering knock.
See, how many 20 odd balls? How many?
25 balls.
25 balls.
See, for me, it definitely makes the list because that is one of the most cleanest hittings I have ever witnessed live on television. Or for that matter, even from
in the words of Suresh, and I remember the time that he was here in office during the World Cup as well, and it so happened we were talking about it. He says that it was one of those days I was watching the ball like a football.
Yes.
And really, he said that I believed that every ball I could hit for a 6. That's how big I could see the ball.
There was no one top edge, no inside edge or anything. One of the cleanest hittings I've ever witnessed.
Poor Parvinder Awana, he bore the brunt of that.
Even Mitchell Johnson also, he leaked a few runs.
Raina made Parvinder Awana Ravana from there at that point.
See, the point is, if we have to look at it from the impacts perspective, then obviously there are more innings where you can say,
I'll wait on
Raina's innings obviously,
87 you're waiting?
I'll wait on it.
But it is my personal favorite.
I talked about this inning to him, Raina, and he said, run out kara diye the banda bahut maar.
Yes, he was run out.
He was run out, yes.
Definitely CSK would have won that. More than likely they would have won.
Yeah.
But then I would, I'm actually
So let's do one
tempted to
thing,
include it.
because I'm tempted to keep it as well in my top 10. So we have 2 yeses, right?
I am a yes, yeah.
Should we, or should we put it on the wait list?
In terms of impact, just because of that, I'm going to keep Raina on standby in my own list.
So let's have Raina and Tewatia.
Yeah.
Both on the wait list then.
11 and 12.
Right?
Yeah.
So 2 votes each for these 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think now one option that
Now that we have fixed on at least 3, I think we can start eliminating some.
okay.
Or do you want to go with 6 and then begin elimination, Siddharth?
No, let's do the elimination. It'll be much more easier than to finalize our remaining 7 then.
So I'll go with the first elimination that I feel
first elimination
would also include yeses from you two. David Warner 126 versus KKR.
Yeah, I would also say I am supporting you in that. Yep.
Yeah, my vote as well.
My vote, yeah, because again there are better knocks that I'm. Yes, Warner has been an
No disrespect, to the knock that he played.
Yep.
A strike rate of above 200. That's what even Shivam and I were talking
213.
about.
Yes. Harshit, your next elimination.
My elimination. It's getting tough now.
It is.
It is getting tough actually.
I'll go with Will Jackson's 100 versus GT this year.
Okay.
Okay, see, the context is GT had an under par total.
Also, may I just give my reasoning as well why I'm pulling this one up? While, as Siddharth rightly pointed out earlier while introducing our list, that in almost a blink of an eye, he went from 50 to 100.
Yeah.
And that innings, by the way, gave RCB a new lease of life to the tournament. It was the start of their uptick as far as this season is concerned. However, I think the uptick began when they beat Hyderabad in Bangalore, and then subsequently things got better.
Yes.
Will Jacks played his part before flying back to England.
Yes.
However, this was a depleted GT side. This is a GT side that finished as wooden spooners this year.
Yeah.
So, for those reasons, the venue, and because of better options on the list that we have, I am taking this one out.
I am going with Harshit.
Third.
All right.
3-zip.
Thank you, Jack.
Now it's my turn. I would remove Sunil Narayan 85 versus DC. Because for one simple reason, flat track.
I have a
road.
request. Delete it from my memory as well.
Of course.
Okay, yeah, I agree with
Because
Siddharth.
again, flat track, and anyway, it was only I think the second or the third game of IPL 2024, if I'm not
It was.
mistaken. Yeah.
It was.
So that is why.
And one of the two games that had to take place at Vizag.
Exactly. So that's why. Your turn, Sid. Elimination.
Okay.
Feeling the heat?
Feeling the heat. It will get tougher
A
now.
bit. Okay. I think it might be a little controversial, but I'm going to go with Pant 128 versus SRH.
I'm fine.
See,
It is his only 100 in the
I'm fine,
IPL.
I'm fine.
See, in terms of impact, you see, smacking or reverse scooping one of the best bowlers in the history of the IPL is never easy.
Plus
at any
defending
of the
champions
grounds.
also.
At any ground for
2016,
that matter. And but if you look at that, still I think it was more about the fact that obviously it was a punch show. But then if I have to look at the remaining names on this list, I think the impact could have been, the impact for the remaining of them, I think is a little more. You have to look at the match situations also, whether it's a final or any all important game. So just from that perspective, and if I'm not wrong, this game was a league stage game, if I'm not wrong.
League stage game.
So just from that perspective, obviously a great knock, but then it's a very tough list, as Siddharth has mentioned earlier also.
See, it is
I'm going to
so
remove
tough
him.
that we haven't included any of Andre Russell's knocks.
Yeah, I still remember his
There's
48,
only a
I
few,
think.
very few Pollard knocks as well on the list.
Yeah,
We can't because it's 25 out of 1,700 plus IPL games here. How do we fit in all?
See,
Russell,
it's been a difficult task, we because we hear from so many of you in the comment section, you and on other social media platforms that okay, there was bias, there was this, there was that, you ignored this innings, that innings. Trust me, and my two co-panelists as well, we spent a lot of time bringing down the number to firstly 30. That in itself is an exercise that takes us hours and hours. Number one. Number two, the data is so enormous that the challenge is incredibly tough on us as well. And we've got no allegiances in this, as you know. While we may have allegiance when it comes to teams during the course of the tournament, however, when it comes to this exercise, expect 100% neutrality from all of us. So it's difficult for us as well.
I'm very sorry that there is nothing from. If there is nothing else, if we don't have any of the things, then we can include one Russell knock.
True.
Maybe.
You can have a list of Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Chris Gayle, A.B. de Villiers, Brendan McCullum, David Warner, Kieron Pollard, Andre Russell. You can have an individual top 10 for each one of them.
I know.
But
See, if that is the case, then Russell 48 of 18, I would like to propose was RCB that he had hit.
True.
So that is why. But then let's wait on that. So Pant goes out. I also second
Pant goes
that.
out.
Pant goes out. Pant.
Last round, Harshit, before we then.
All right. Sehwag's 122 versus CSK 2014.
That same match where Raina got 87. By the way. If we are keeping Raina, supposing, but then Sehwag actually laid the base.
Exactly.
And at the age of, nearly 40.
I'm not taking that into consideration.
But it had impact. I can't agree on that. I will keep
See,
it.
there is a lot. Okay, so even I'm not really going to agree with it, and I'll tell you why. Punjab Kings had a lot of burden heading into that match. Obviously, they had never reached an IPL final before that. The last that they came close to reaching an IPL final was in the opening season when they lost to CSK in the last 4 match. So that's where I think there was pressure. Obviously, the franchise had a completely new team at that time. You had George Bailey as the captain, Maxwell coming in. So just from that perspective, the baggage of history and obviously a lot of things really not going in the Punjab Kings' favor in the previous seasons. Just from that perspective, I would have Sehwag's 122 in my top 10 primarily because it obviously propelled them to their maiden final, and there was obviously a lot of pressure also at that time. So just from that history baggage,
so
for me he features.
Yeah,
on that
so
list.
2 have said no, so that's why this remains. Then I will say
So it makes it to our wait list.
it makes it
Okay.
it remains. So okay, let's get back to the arduous task of picking the next 6. Let's try and wrap it up.
We can eliminate one more.
One more. I will remove KL51. KL51, I know fastest 50,
yeah,
but
50.
he's played better knocks also. He's had hundreds after that, and that's why I will.
Also the joint fastest, right?
Now anyway the record's been broken
By Yashasvi
Jaiswal.
But
Exactly.
a 14 ball 50 also reminds me of Pat Cummins' knock as well.
Exactly.
Oh, Mumbai Indians.
Where Daniel
Indians.
Sams was hit for 35 runs.
Yes.
That's why. But then see, it doesn't feature as a. I know it was a staggering knock, but there have been far better knocks. That's why
Actually, I'm just thinking, because if I have to, we're only talking about out and out batters over here. Pat Cummins in this list only becomes the non-out and out batter if you come to think of it. It may be a miss on our part, but now I'm more and more tempted, Siddharth.
I would not
Because
put him
otherwise you look at that list. Maybe one all-rounder.
in Pollard.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Too, we are stretching it way.
Otherwise,
Watson.
it's just batters. It's just batters you're looking at. Out and out batters.
Anyway, see, I was not having Cummins anyway in the top 10. I remember that knock of 51 or 15, but still.
Yeah.
Shivam, would you want to veto like you did yesterday, DK's innings? Yes?
No.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes? Chalo, we'll put it on the wait list.
Okay.
Okay.
Huh?
Pat Cummins and Andre Russell.
Okay.
Okay.
Cummins for me.
Okay, we'll
Comes
put
Mumbai
both.
Indians knock, yeah.
We'll put both.
Okay.
So 2 dark horses have come in
Okay.
Pat Cummins 51 versus MI in 2020.
Shivam, in the other list, if you could just
Other
add
list.
these two as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the bottom.
Cummins 50 versus Mumbai.
MI. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 22 if I'm not mistaken.
I'll confirm.
Okay.
It's coming to be
Cummins.
directly.
Like DK did yesterday.
Yeah, like DK did yesterday. Yes. Cummins 51 versus MI. And then you can add one more.
That was IPL 2022.
2022. Yeah. And Dre Russ.
It was not out or
Not out.
Not out,
You can add Dre Russ also.
It came in a chase, if I remember.
Yeah, it came in a chase.
Andre Russell. You can put Russell 48.
Yeah, Pat Cummins Shivam was 56 of. I'll just tell you the final
That's why we
score.
don't need the deliveries.
Yeah, 56. Just that's it. 56 not out. Pat Cummins.
56. Yeah. Then you got Andre Russell also in that list. So then we'll get down to the remaining 7 spots if you look at it.
Yeah.
Russell 48 of 18 versus RCB.
I'll just confirm.
I think it was 2019 if I'm not mistaken.
IPL 2019. You're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
where he absolutely annihilated Tim Southee.
Yeah.
So that's why. Okay.
Yeah. 48 of 13 balls.
13.
Yes.
Versus
RCB?
in 2019.
2019.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Not out.
freakish.
Not out.
That
Not out.
is
Oof.
freakish.
That's Dreras. 48 of
48
13.
not out.
48 not out. 13
13
balls.
balls,
Yes. Ooh. Brutal.
Let's, I think, just zero in on
Yeah.
the remaining 7 slots.
Remaining 7 slots. Okay.
Let's begin with Sid, you?
Yeah.
Okay. Shivam, can we have that list?
Yeah, wait. He's just 48 unbeaten. So, yep. Okay, now the tough part. I don't.
Okay, so that the next that you think you can get 2 more votes on.
Manvinder Bisla, 89 versus
You have
CSK in
have my
2012.
vote. Yeah.
It
You're
ended
getting my vote as well.
CSK's streak of home wins. It also ensured they didn't get the hat trick.
See, that was a time when batting second in Chepauk was obviously always difficult. Like you get around 160, 170 odd in the first innings, and then pitch used to turn a lot. Batting got a lot difficult in the second innings. When from that perspective, the innings of Bisla and from Jack Callis also, I think they do stand out from that.
Imagine Jack Callis has won IPLs. A.B. de Villiers has never won. Wow.
So yeah, Bisla features for me.
Bisla, what about you?
Yes.
The eyes have it.
Most
Yes,
definitely.
Most definitely. So Bisla is there as one of the top 10 knocks in the IPL.
Yeah.
Manvinder Bisla.
Okay.
Now that if you remove fandom, I actually appreciate Bisla's knock even better at that point now.
Line top 10.
Why do you say that?
Because at that time fandom say, oh, Manvinder Bisla, one time wonder IPL, he didn't do well after, but then boy,
See, clutch moment.
clutch moment.
That's the way I look at it. That too, an unknown commodity to the world with all eyes on him.
And beating Chennai at home.
And beating, so it's a team that's won 2 titles back to back.
Yes.
To avoid a hat trick, to stop them from getting to a hat trick at their own ground,
Yes.
takes some doing.
Some doing. Yep. So Bisla 89 CSK makes it in the top 10.
Shivam, yeah, let's just get to that
Yep.
list again.
Gulati, your turn.
I think one name that would definitely include 2 more yeses. Corey Anderson, 95 versus
Oh
Rajasthan.
yes. Oh yes. You don't get a yes, you get a
Do you want to do that,
Calf fling.
shirt on your head and just run?
Why don't you do it? You got a better physique.
Aditya Tare.
You've got a better physique. You can go ahead and do it. You're into gymming nowadays, right?
I'm actually into beating you
Beating.
in quizzes. Yeah.
You're obsessed. You know that,
shots
huh?
being fired, I must
I
say.
know. Yes, I mean 195 you
Look
had.
at the pressure situation. Mumbai had to win it within 15 overs to make it to the qualifiers.
I'm suddenly just reminded of one more knock. I'm not proposing another entry, another wild card, but just a knock. A young David Miller getting to what
101 of 38
balls.
Yeah.
Alongside
Versus RCB.
R. Satish
Yes.
at the other end.
And
yes.
Kohli getting whacked in the face after he dropped that catch.
Yes.
Yes. But there have been better
There's
knocks.
too much to choose from.
It's too much. So that's why. So yes, which one did you say?
Corey Anderson.
Corey Anderson, 95 makes it into the list.
Yeah.
Yes,
So Harshit.
Yes. Corey Anderson. Okay. Harshit, your turn.
Okay, can I have a look at the list, please? Okay, let's just get Mr. Kohli in over here. Yes, Virat Kohli's century against, I think it was
Punjab Kings.
The 3rd century of this season.
Yes. Or I think it was his 4th. He had 2 versus Gujarat
Yeah.
Lions. One against RPS already. This was the 4th.
4th. So
Yeah, this was the
and the iconic celebration with 9 stitches on his hand.
Yes.
Virat Kohli. There was a special knock, I
Split
think.
webbing.
Yep, split webbing. Yep. So yes, it makes it to my list. I think out of all of Kohli's centuries, this is the most special. one.
Special one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So that's 3 votes done there. Okay, now my turn. I would go with MS Dhoni 54 versus PBKS.
Why?
Because had he not played that knock and Chennai were eliminated before the playoffs, the legend of Chennai Super Kings and MS Dhoni, the captain, would never have come about in Indian cricket.
That's a good point.
Because you could see the raw emotion that was there. When was the last time Dhoni got emotional? 2023, that final. He knew he wanted something. Chennai had invested faith in him and he had come at a backdrop of pressure. India had not done well in the 2009
He'd
T20
lost a
World Cup.
final already.
Yeah, and 2009, 2010, if you look at it, it was a rather tough period for Indian cricket. They didn't do well in 2009 T20 World Cup. Kind of had mixed white ball fortunes. Were the number one test team, but then they had to ensure that, boss, we needed the win, and those 2 sixes, both out of Dharamshala, ensured that the legend of MS Dhoni was cemented and the legacy of CSK was
You know why it's also important that we included in the list, not just for the cricketing reasons, also because it's innings like this one that gave IPL the identity that it has today.
Yes, and that's why. So MS Dhoni 54 amongst all his, yes, he's had a 70 versus RCB in 2018. He had an 84 versus RCB in 2019. But nothing beats 2010.
Shivam is being naughty over here. He's just trying to make life more miserable for us by showing us cameos after cameos on the screen that we have over here.
I know, but I see Jaddu was there.
See, for this we will have to do top 10 cameos.
Cameos, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Or the top 5 impact.
Anyway, I want to whitewash that final. It was a 3-day final.
Oh,
yeah.
3-day IPL final. Who does that? Okay, so Dhoni gets all the votes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dhoni does.
Primarily because of the reasoning that you gave.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have to say. Good reasoning.
Okay, so
we have 3 slots left.
Yeah, 3 slots.
So let's do one thing. Since we just left with 3 slots, there's already 3 entries that are on the wait list. We still have to get
Let's eliminate
another 15, 16. So we'll get to the elimination. But before that, Shivam, if we can cut to the list that we have already with us, the 7 slots that are already filled. I'll just quickly run you through those 7 slots. The other 4 names that you see on the screen at the bottom are those on the wait list. So Chris Gale's 175, and this is in no particular order, ladies and gentlemen. So Chris Gale's 175, the highest score. Brendan McCullum's first ever IPL match in the history, 158 from Brendan McCullum. Rinku Singh's blitz, 5 sixes to Yash Dayal in that match against Gujarat 2023. Virat Kohli's 113 against Punjab Kings with those 9 stitches on his left hand. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni's 54. Those are the top 5. Again, I repeat, no particular order. We've just put them on like that. And then you've got Corey Anderson's 95. That meant that Rajasthan Royals were not going to go into the business end of the tournament. And Manvinder Bisla's 89 in the final of the 2012 edition of the IPL against the Chennai Super Kings. So that's what the list looks like right now. There's another 4 that you see right now. Tevatia's heroics, then you've got Raina's 87, Cummins's 56, which was also not too long back the joint fastest 50 that he'd hit in the IPL, coming off 14 balls. Andre Russell's 48 in just 13 deliveries.
Versus RCB in 2019. Yep. So 3 slots, gentlemen.
I think Siddharth need to go back to the previous list.
Eliminate
and do some elimination now, because otherwise it's going to take donkeys.
I would remove Manish Pandey 114 versus Deccan Chargers. Yes, I know first century by an Indian in the IPL, but it came in a league game, which is why I would say I would remove Manish Pandey, because there are better knocks to be there.
See, just from a perspective that you were new to, obviously IPL was new for all of us. So what's the first news that you heard when it came to Manish Pandey? You know, there's a guy who has become the first Indian to score that 100 in IPL. And just from that news or from that point, I think I would always have it in my mind, him in my mind, because I know that his name is always going to be there when it comes to, you know, one of those top IPL knocks. This IPL season 2024, you had plenty of records broken in most of the matches, you know, that were played in Uppal, Chinnaswamy or Eden for that matter. You can remember some, you won't remember some, but when it comes to Manish Pandey, you will always remember that. Because the firsts are usually...
Because I have got one more knock which was better and had much more impact. That's why 114 I'm removing it.
From that perspective...
Are you talking about Yusuf's knock?
Same knock of Manish Pandey.
Same knock of Manish Pandey.
Yes. That had better impact. I had only cemented his legacy. That's why 114 I'm wanting to remove.
Okay. Yeah. Just for that reason, I'm in with you.
So, are you in? Yeah. Okay. Sid, your turn.
This is getting tough actually. I think Bairstow 108 versus
Of course.
KKR.
Oh.
Yes. Road of
Exactly.
It's
The only
harsh,
one reason,
actually.
however, I believe that in the record IPL chase, it is still the record IPL chase, and this is an out of form Johnny Bairstow. He had a string of low scores going into this match.
On an
So
absolute,
are we being rational,
it was a concrete
logical,
slab.
reasonable over here?
It was a concrete slab with short
How,
boundaries.
whatever's said and done.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's never
who,
easy
who,
chasing
who was there at the
260
other end? I think his
Shashank
partner
Sharma.
also got runs.
Yeah,
50,
Shashank.
yeah.
Shashank, of course.
And I remember I watched that match in Tak's studio, and Vikrant sir he's PVK's fan, and he said, "Aaj Johnny Bairstow jitayega Punjab."
Man, I remember one of our colleagues, Shakti from the app team, he was like, okay, man, KKR have made 260, they're not losing this. Punjab are winning it and they're getting to 150 in 11 overs. Bairstow's hitting a
Also,
century.
they won with balls to spare. I think with 8 balls to spare.
Yeah,
or
9
something.
balls to
Yeah.
strike, yes. But
I think it's harsh actually. It's harsh
guys.
leaving him out.
But what to do? I mean, see, as far as we all knew, didn't we all have that justice for bowlers hashtag at that time? Didn't we have
We
it?
did.
So that is why, looking at I know in that same venue, Butler had hit a century, 223 they chased it down versus KKR.
Yes.
Best to also hit 100, but then what to do? It has to go out because of the simple reason that it was on a concrete slab.
It's harsh actually.
It's harsh,
Yeah.
but can't help it.
Okay.
Next, Harshit, another elimination.
Gill's 104 versus RCB 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, I would also.
I'm
agree,
okay with
yes.
it. Yeah.
I'm also okay. Yeah. Then my turn.
Try taking such picks.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Oh.
Make life easy for yourself and for me.
Then
Guys,
I'm
remember,
removing Yusuf.
there's only 3 slots.
Yeah.
There's 4 already on the wait list.
I know, I'm removing Yusuf. Yusuf 72 versus SRH 2014. I understand that yes, KKR had to chase the total down in a certain target or certain net run rate.
No, Shivam, the other one.
Other one. Yusuf 72. Yeah, that one.
Number 9, yeah.
But then Yusuf has played better knocks. That's
Number 19?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Sid? So you get my vote.
परिस्थिति गंभीर हो गई है.
Yes. You get my vote on this or no?
You do.
Yeah.
So you two, 3. Okay. So Yusuf 72 out.
Gambhir, and he talked to Gambhir.
Yeah. But
Yeah, he had a chat with Gambhir and Gambhir was like, जा खेल अपना जाके.
Yeah,
जो
yeah,
खेलता है, इसको फटाफट खत्म कर दे.
yeah.
That was the chat.
Okay.
यार, seriously, this is getting tough.
Also, this is Watson's in the final, right?
Yeah, Watson's in the final. Yep.
No, Bloody Knee was 19, wasn't it?
That was 19. Yes.
Bloody Knee was 19.
Bloody knee was 19. That 80 that he hit.
Okay, that's not all.
Yeah.
Bloody Knee was 19.
Bloody knee was 9.
Okay.
That too could have made it to our list.
What? That was a better knock.
Okay, Saransa, one elimination.
Saranch is in.
One
Saranch
elimination
could help
from
us
this.
with eliminating one of these knocks. We're doing top IPL knocks today.
This is tough.
You have 15 seconds.
हमें 15 अगर दिए होते फिर तो
Top. That's it.
तेवट्टे
That is in the wait list.
That's in the wait list. So you are eliminating
Actually, you can remove it from here, Shivam.
हाँ, you
You
can
can
remove
remove it from here. It's already entered the waste.
Wait
So,
list. हाँ.
Yeah, Saransh, now tell.
हाँ,
Pollard 60.
Looking at all
This
the other
was-
things, yes, but I kept Pollard for a simple reason. He hit that 60 in 2013, first title out of the 5 that Mumbai Indians
Yeah.
are going to win, and every time he would hurt Chennai Super Kings. Every single time. Which is why Pollard, I also in one of the shows in Sports Today at the earliest, I called Pollard the greatest overseas
I
in
remember.
IPL history.
I remember.
That's why I will keep Pollard, but yeah, the choice is. You have made your choice.
Even I would keep, yeah.
Voting.
I would keep.
I'm not removing Pollard.
Same.
No. Then no, unfortunate.
Okay.
So whose turn is it actually? I've lost track of who.
mine.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
First. Come on. If I know you, YK, I think I
Okay.
know your choice.
Then be honest, okay, when I make that choice, whether you are predicting the same or not. Okay. I think I'm going to go with Paul.
Yes, I knew it. Yes.
Yeah.
Valtati again. Yes, he was an IPL wonder. I get your second
Yes.
vote also, but it was a league game, 2011.
League game again. This
And I think he had a much more all-round better impact versus in the next game was Deccan Chargers, 75 and 4 wickets.
wickets as well. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, Valtati, sorry Paul, but sorry, there are better knocks.
I was willing to consider. You talk about IPL, you talk about great knocks. See, it's you're lying to yourself if you're not including, or that thought doesn't come to your mind. But this was.
See, it made it to the top 25, so that's okay.
Yeah.
It made it to the top 25. It's
After that, everyone talked like this is the next.
Even pretty much top 15 also for that matter.
yeah, top 15.
Okay.
It's okay. Paul Valtati
Paul?
goes out. All the eyes have it. The eyes have it. Yes. Okay. So now Harshit's turn.
Can I take one to our main list?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Huh?
Yeah.
Watson 117 versus SRH 28.
I'm in. You look at the situation.
You look at this exactly. A century
You
in
hadn't
an
scored-
IPL final.
You hadn't
Plus,
scored
it was
much in the power play.
CSK's.
Yes.
It was CSK's comeback.
Yes.
So Watson
it was that
stays-
year.
Watson, yeah.
Watson stays.
It was the daddy's army year.
Yeah. Three votes.
And his last season was very poor with RCB.
Yeah. 16. Cutting took him to the all
He
over.
anyway had a thing, Watson, of performing in the final.
Yeah. RR 2008.
Yeah. He was
Even the next
MVP.
year.
Yeah.
Even the next year with that bloodied knee.
So Watson stays in the top 10?
Watson stays. Yes.
Watson stays.
Perfecto.
Perfecto. Then the other one that I would want to include.
2 slots left now.
Two
Two
slots left.
slots. Okay. 2 slots and
We are looking at the
9 options.
Yeah. I will go for Tewati.
I think, guys, it's time for us to eliminate. We already have 4
Okay,
on the
Shivam
wait
has
list.
put ABD in the list.
No.
Nah, Shivam.
See, but see, you have to look at the
Context.
bowling lineup also.
Also, what year was this?
2015. A Bumrah was not yet the Jasprit Bumrah.
I agree.
Malinga was there, Hardik was there, Mitchell
And this came
McClenaghan
in-
was there.
Okay, so-
Mumbai, Wankhede.
Wankhede.
So one name that I would definitely want to include, and I'm pretty much sure that I would have 2 more yeses from here.
Then I think I'm
it
not
will
on
be
the same
Manish Pandey 94, and I'll give you the reason why. See, way back in 2014, chasing around 200 odd totals, not just in IPL but in T20s, was never a common thing. So that from that perspective also, you look at the conditions. It was a small ground. It was held at Chinnaswamy.
I know.
But then in the pressure situation, you're chasing 200 odd, knowing that someone from your opponent has already scored a century, and it could have very well been led to a match-winning ton. I think just from that perspective, from those pressure situations, KKR did not start well also. I would have Manish Pandey 94.
You don't have my vote.
Okay.
You
that's
don't have
fine.
my vote.
What about Harshit?
I doubt as well.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so then it doesn't even make it to the playlist then. The waitlist
Wait
also
list.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
So
then I think
Manish
Yeah, you
Pandey
can remove.
eliminate.
yeah,
can remove.
Shivam, Manish Pandey eliminated.
And as I mentioned, I will include an AB Tewatia in that list because simply for the audacity.
I am also keeping. I know Tewatia is on the wait list.
Waitlist, but I'm keeping
What do we
him
do
there.
now? Is Gulati
See,
willing
now
to
my
reconsider?
one choice is I'll be eliminating all the other 3. My one choice is Pollard 60 versus CSK.
So let's just I think stick to Tewatia here. So you two are saying yes.
Yes.
So any which ways I'm outvoted if I say no, na?
No, it needs to be unanimous 3.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Shivam, can we go to that other list, please? Just a second.
There you see. Raina 87 is still not in, by the
Yeah,
way, guys.
that's the point.
Neither is the Cummins 56.
Okay, I think from impact's perspective, I'm going to go with a third yes. So Tewatia makes it.
Tewatia makes it.
Tewatia
Okay.
makes it. Okay.
Then if now
Just one more slot.
One more slot, yeah. See, amongst that other list, if you look at it, then looking at the waitlist that we have,
But one thing, one thing, since we've looked at so many of these innings with context in mind, just looking for context in this selection.
Rajasthan Royals had
But what happened ultimately?
What happened in the end? In the end, you achieved a record chase at that time, 223. Yes, small ground, flat deck, agreed. But 8 of 19 needing 50 in the last 3 overs. We had still not reached that stage in IPL, you know.
And not even, you did not even have the advantage of any home conditions. It was a
Yeah,
neutral venue.
exactly.
That's also a point.
Exactly.
Sharjah is
Okay.
obviously...
Okay.
Okay.
So, no, Manish Pandey goes out. Shivam, it is not a part of the...
Yeah, Manish Pandey out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have 2 more
Two slots
remaining.
left.
Okay.
Okay. Rana 87, I think we definitely have to keep it.
I was always in.
I was
always
it's a
in.
yes. It's a yes
Siddharth,
for
you
me.
were not sure to
Yeah,
begin
I'll keep him. now.
Okay, right.
Okay.
So just 1 more slot. And how many do we have remaining
So
now?
I think
Shivam,
we're
can you
left
see
with
that?
5 now.
We have 2 this year and 1,
4,
2,
yeah.
6.
So my suggestion would be, let's eliminate 3 and pick the final one. Let's eliminate 3.
Sehwag.
So which 2 would you eliminate from the previous list?
Your choices. Which
Yeah,
2 you
Siddharth,
would
which
eliminate?
2?
Yeah.
Sehwag and Yusuf.
Shivam, if you could just start marking. Yeah, whatever.
Yusuf.
And Yusuf.
Okay. So I will eliminate... Shivam, can we just see the other list? The 2... Cummins and Russell. Okay. Let's go back to that. I'll go with Russell
Oh.
and Sehwag.
Okay. So Sehwag has got 2 votes. Harshit, now.
I had already picked Sehwag the previous time
Okay.
when I didn't get your votes. So my vote goes to Sehwag. And then the other one...
So Sehwag definitely goes out.
Sehwag definitely goes out.
Yep.
I'm left with 1 more vote. Very tempted to keep... I'll keep ABD out.
Okay.
So your vote goes for ABD. All right. Then because it was unanimous for Sehwag, if there is 1 more round of voting, I'll keep ABD in. I'll put ABD out. You get another vote.
Okay.
Sid.
Round 2 this is. Said your 2 votes.
Oh, mine is ABD and which was the other
Cummins.
one? Cummins for me. ABD and Cummins.
ABD and Cummins.
Yep.
Okay. So I've already had Russell out, na?
Yeah.
So I'm going to have Cummins.
Huh?
Cummins out.
Yep.
And ABD.
So ABD also goes out.
Okay.
Okay. So now we have
Harshit.
Yikes. We have 3 names for 1 slot.
4 names.
4 names.
4 names. 4 names, yes.
The only thing is, unlike, and I think this is going to be the stumbling block for us, because I am quite hell-bent on keeping Cummins as 56.
Okay.
Because again, I only see out and out batters fill the other 9 slots. And to hit back then the fastest IPL
he's
50.
He's keeping Cummins. Yeah.
So that's where.
So
which is
you'll-
what I would want you guys to consider if I was to make a case for Pat Cummins. Tell me how many all-rounders we see over there. Yes, there is a Suresh Raina, but we know the difference between a
There
Raina
is a
and
Watson in that list? No.
There is... Oh, so you didn't copy Watson, Shivam?
Yeah, we had. So
We had Watson.
I think that's pretty much.
Yeah,
then it's
Watson
over.
100.
Then it's over. Yeah. Watson
Yeah.
is done. Watson 117.
17. Yeah.
Then we have no more slots then. Watson 117 versus SRH
2018.
2018.
versus SRH 2018. Then others can't make it then. I imagine there is no place for a Kyron Pollard. That's the thing.
And a Russell.
And a Russell.
Yeah.
And Yusuf.
ABD.
2018.
I know. Whew. Yeah, so anyway, those votes don't matter now because we had fixed. But then, how can you argue? Is there anyone last?
There can't be any right or wrong. There can
Okay.
no.
Remove one, the top 3 in these votes. Okay.
No, didn't get you.
Choose 3 in the 4 options.
And?
Any 3 in
And?
these sports.
And the remaining would be a special mention.
Okay.
Keep one special mention.
Yeah,
One
keep
special mention.
Okay. So what to remove?
I'm keeping Cummins as my special mention.
I'm keeping Pollard 60.
Same. Pollard.
2013?
Yeah.
It laid the foundation for
Same
Mumbai
reason.
Indians'
Same
dominance.
reason. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and that too, they defended from a hopeless position. They gave them some hope. 149, he at least got them too. So,
Okay, then I wait. I wait
So it's
for
2-2.
this headache to abate now. Now that we've come to a close in this
yeah. Okay.
extensive exercise.
I know.
Would one of you please
Yes.
run our viewers through?
So, after much deliberation, here are the top IPL knocks. Again, in no specific order.
I'm not getting into numbering them.
Numbering them. It's not a number as such. It's just that 1, 2, 3, what we thought at the top of our mind at this point. So, Gale 175 versus Pune Warriors. I'm pretty much sure it is the best knock by any.
Shyam, can you please mention at the bottom no order?
No particular.
No particular order.
In no particular order.
Yeah. Then there is McCullum versus RCB, which he hit the first game of IPL. Rinku Singh, a brilliant 48, 5 sixes. Then you had Virat Kohli, 113 with those 9 stitches. You had NMS Dhoni, who has saved Chennai Super Kings.
I'll take us to the last 5.
Yep.
And you had Suresh Raina, 87 versus PBKS of just 25 balls in 2014. Another, business end match. Shane Watson, 117 with that blooded leg.
Yeah, that was 2019. The 117, the final was brutal Watson.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was brutal Watson. Then you had Rahul Tewatia, 53 versus PBKS, 5 sixes of Sheldon Cottrell.
Yep.
Corey Anderson, 95 Rajasthan Royals when MI had to chase that total within 15 overs. And then you had Manvinder Bisla, IPL 2012 finals, KKR versus CSK, with Kolkata Knight Riders winning first of their 3 IPL
Exactly.
titles.
So if you have to look at the franchises, RCB, KKR, RCB, CSK, RR, MI, KKR.
Yeah.
So we have got KKR, CSK, RCB. If you want to call the bias, it's right here.
It's not bias, it's just dominance.
It's just dominance. Yeah. I mean, we can't argue against any, but then what to do? I mean, you can't look beyond the Rana 87. So you can write to us, comment your love, comment your hate, whatever you want at this point. But that's our job in this point. So
Yeah.
So yes, there is the list, gentlemen.
We'll just run you through the list once more before we
did it. Half. We took half.
You did?
Yeah, 5
Okay.
apiece.
Okay.
Okay, so let's call it a day. Gentlemen, sorry we couldn't take any of your comments, but then we'll be back soon for more updates on sports today. From me, Harshit and Sid Gulati, it is bye-bye. See you, and do give us your comments. Do give us our likes. Nandri, Vanakkam, bye-bye, Shubhratri, Shabba Care, eat your vegetables, and don't trouble your mother.
That's right. Bye-bye.